So here's video 2 for finding the area of a segment. This one's going to be a little bit more difficult, and we're going to make some changes to the problem here. So I'm going to change this angle over here to 60 degrees, and then we're going to change this to 6 centimeters. All right, that'll make things a little bit easier for us. So again, we've got the shaded area, which is our segment. So we're going to have to find the area of this sector, which is our piece of pizza. Then we're going to have to find the area of the triangle, which is the pizza part with all the toppings. And we're going to cut out that part and leave the crust, and that's going to be the area of our segment. So the nice thing about the last problem was that this angle here was 90 degrees, but in this problem it's 60 degrees. So this arc here is 60, so remember that this central angle also has to be 60. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in an altitude, which since this triangle is equilateral, we know that that altitude is going to be a median, and it's also going to be perpendicular. So we've got a little right triangle there, and it's also going to be an angle bisector. So this angle here is going to be 30 degrees. So you can see we've got a little 30, 60, 90 triangle in there. There we go. Sorry about that. Little 30, 60, 90 triangle in there. Where this side is going to be my 2a, because that's my hypotenuse. And then this side over here is going to be my a, which leaves this side over here my a root 3. So if we look at this side over here, we say that 2a has to be equal to 6, which means that a has to be equal to 3. Okay, so we've got that this side here is going to be 3. So if we're thinking ahead, this piece here is half of the whole base of the triangle. So this whole thing is going to be 6. We'll get to that in a minute. And then the height of this triangle that we're going to be cutting out to get our segment, the height is going to be a root 3, which is 6 root 3. Right, so I think we've got everything we need to find the area of the triangle now. So I've got that the area of the segment is going to be the area of the sector minus the area of the triangle. Alright, so the area of the sector, let's start with that, area of sector. So we need to know what fraction of the circle we have. So we've got 60 degrees over here. So it's going to be 60 out of 360 times pi r squared. So that's pi times 6 squared. So that's 1/6 times pi times 36, and if we simplify that, we get 6 pi centimeters squared. Now we're going to find the area of this triangle, so we're going to do 1/2 base times height. So area of the triangle is going to be 1/2. The base again is going to be the whole side. Figure out what I'm hitting over there. Alright, this whole side here. So it's going to be 3 for this piece and 3 for this piece, so that's going to be 6. So the base is 6 times the height, which is going to be 6 root 3, so 6 root 3. And if we simplify all of that, we're going to get 9 root 3. So now what we need to do is find the area of the segment by subtracting those two. Area of the segment. So we're going to take the sector, which was 6 pi, and subtract from that the triangle, which was 9 root 3. Make sure we include our units, and we get centimeters squared. So not a very pretty answer. Talk to your teacher if they want to do a decimal answer, but personally I like this answer, and that's going to give us our segment, which is our little piece of crust. Write down any questions you have and make sure you ask them when you come to class.